Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another League of Legends Total Dominations, and today I'm actually going to be playing Master Yi AP, and basically just going to be giving you guys a breakdown and really how to effectively play him, and a lot of pros, cons, tricks, tips, everything. Builds, just this. If you can play this champion correctly, which it's really not that hard to, you will be extremely effective. So let's get straight into it. Alright guys, let's get straight into it and review his abilities. So, first of all, his passive is Double Strike, which every 7th basic attack that he does, it will strike twice. His Q is Alpha Strike, which leaps across the battlefield, striking up to 4 enemies, dealing magic damage to each enemy with a chance of dealing even more bonus magic damage, and that bonus damage chance is 50%. This being said, this makes him extremely effective at farming, and not a lot of people will actually be able to keep up with CS on top of that. And if you actually leap onto a target and you do not kill it, you will stay on that target. If you leap onto a target and kill it, you will go back to your normal spot. That being said, let's move into Meditate, which is another really big skill for him. He basically channels for about 5 seconds. He gains massive health regeneration, armor, and magic resistance. And it is very, very, very important to actually max out Alpha Strike and Meditate. Like Alpha Strike, Meditate, basically your skill order, and then pick up Highlander as you go, and finally pick up Wuju style. So that's basically your whole entire thing, and Meditate is extremely important whenever you're actually dealing with anyone that can crowd control you. So if they can crowd control you, stay back and use it. If they can't, you can stay up there and fight them and use it during this, and they will do very little damage. And as that being said, the beginning and an ending heal actually heal you even more. So during that, your beginning and ending heal will do more. So if you stay for the whole entire channel, it will give you a lot more health. So next, the Wuju style, which is basically his AD damage. You don't really need anything until late levels. Highlander, which is basically the whole entire thing that makes APE tick. It's very important to get this leveled up as fast as you can. 6, 11, and 16. You do want to pick up these points in there just because this is basically everything that makes you tick. You do get movement speed and attack speed for a few seconds, and it makes him immune to any slow effects during the duration. Additionally, killing a champion during the duration will refresh all of Master Yi's abilities cooldowns, while assists will refresh them by half the base amount. So this is basically where you're going to pick and choose whenever you're going to attack and get your Alpha Strike, hit them, kill them, and then you can do it multiple times and kill basically everything. So now that is done, let's move straight into items and stuff, because that's very important. So first of all, you do want to start off with a Doran's Ring. Usually I'll get a Doran's Ring and another Doran's Ring, and I usually play him middle, so the passive, which gives you 5 mana whenever you kill an enemy unit, the mana per 5, the health, and the ability power are all very, very fun. After I get 2 Doran's Rings, I'll usually try and get a Boots of Speed. After that, Sheen. After that, Lichbane, because that is extremely important. A lot of people have different item builds, usually things that they'll do. One of the things that I will get, usually the Boots of Lucidity, which give you 15% cooldown reduction, or the Sorcerer Shoes, which give magic penetration. I do like to get the Sorcerer Shoes early game, and not the Boots of Lucidity. Some people have other preferences. This is just my preference. But after you do get Sorcerer Shoes, after you get your Lichbane, I will pick up a Death Cap, as well as next into an Hourglass and Void Staff and Deathfire Grasp, just for the unique active. So Hourglass is extremely important because it'll put you in a stasis, so you can basically jump in, do a lot of damage, go into a stasis because everyone's targeting you. After that, you can jump back out, use Highlander, get away, or just stay in the fight and use Deathfire Grasp to do a lot of damage as well. That Deathfire's Grasp, that being said, it gives you 15% cooldown reduction, so that's huge late game. Try and get the blue. That's very, very important whenever going into team fights, and just basically all you want to do with Highlander is reset everything, because this will make you do a lot more damage, and it's a very, very effective to doing a lot of damage. So, that being said, let's move into the runes. So, usually I will get 9 greater marks of magic penetration, 9 greater seals of magic regeneration, 9 greater glyphs of scaling ability power, and 3 greater quintessences of ability power. That all being said, this isn't exactly what I do all the time, but it's usually what I do. I do like to troll around with this type of champion just because he kind of is a troll champion, but he is one of the most unique champion. I don't know, but one of the most unique champions in League of Legends. That being said, it's all really depends. If you are going middle, I will pick up a Flash and an Ignite, and let's move straight into Masteries. One very important thing to get with APE is a Spell Sword, which is offense, and it deals 5% of your ability power and magic damage to the target on each basic attack. So that's one very important thing. So usually I like to go 21-9. It's not that difficult to see what you put your points in. It's basically the Summoner's Wrath, which is probably one of the only things that you wouldn't really be able to expect. But cooldown reduction, ability power, magic penetration, more ability power percentage, Spell Sword, and Executioner, which increases damage dealt by 5% to targets below 50% health in offense. In utility, I will try to pick up Summoner's Insight just for the flash cooldown reduction, Meditation, which actually gives you mana regen, improved recall, Expanded Mind, which gives you mana, 4 mana per level, and Runic Affinity, which is very important actually, because it'll actually increase the duration of everything. So that being said, that's basically how you want to build them. Like I was saying earlier, skill order is basically Alpha Strike, Meditate, Alpha Strike, Meditate, Alpha Strike, Highlander, Alpha Strike, Meditate, Alpha Strike, Alpha Strike, Meditate, Meditate, crap, all that stuff. And then you pick up Uju Style at the very end, but make sure you pick up Highlander. If you miss Highlander, it can really result very badly, and if you don't pick it up, it can do a lot of stuff. So some of the pros and cons: he is extremely snowballish if he's fed. He's very good at roaming. He has a lot of damage if you can get him to the point. He's very hard to deal with. He's a very flexible champion. It's like, oh my god, I can't kill him. Especially with a Lich Bane. After you get the Lich Bane, you start doing tremendous damage just because you can Q and you can meditate, and it's just brutal, guys. It's just brutal because you will kill everything that moves, and then you can, I don't even know. It's just so brutal, and it just kills so many people. That being said, you can easily tower dive and then heal it back up. And one of the bad things, actually a few of the bad things with APE is that some of the cons are if he gets CC'd, it shuts him down hard. It takes a lot of skill to play this champion because you need to know what you're doing. And it requires a lot of farm, but that shouldn't be that hard because APE is extremely effective at CSing, so you usually win in your lane whenever you're CSing, and it just gets really hard for someone to actually out CS you, just because you're Alpha Strike, and with all the all the mana regen, it really makes it very hard for you to actually get out of lane, especially if they're not really pushing that hard. And even ganks don't really affect you that hard just because you can meditate out of them. And one of the last few tips that I got to give you guys is really need to pick your targets. There's a lot of skill that goes involved with this, and you learn with time, and it's all based on experience, but you really need to pick your targets. Just because you usually go for the squishiest guy and you try and drop him quick as hell, and then you basically pick and choose who you're going to fight. So, anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching my Master Yi guide, and keep up to date on my channel, and like and subscribe. That'd be nice. Peace out, guys.